What's up, guys? Jordan Patton here with a brand new NASCAR diecast review. And today we're going to be looking at Richard Petty's 1975 STP Dodge Charger, which he won his 6th NASCAR championship with. And also, in this second half of this video, I am going to do a comparison between the 1974 version, which I did a video a couple days ago, and this version. Just for people who are thinking about trying to get this car and wondering which version they want better. But I'm going to do a review of this car first. So once I'm done with the review of this car, if you don't care to watch the comparison part, you know, feel free to click off. Won't hurt my feelings. I won't know anyway. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the review of this one. And after seeing this one in person again, I originally saw it in person at Bristol when I went, and I think the guy wanted $180 for this sucker, and I was not about to pay $180 for this thing, even though it's only 20 bucks about what it usually goes for. But I got it for 80 bucks, which was a steal. So I said, you know what, why not go ahead and get this thing? And but anyway, I digress. I'm getting off topic. So let's go ahead and look at the details of this car. And honestly, one of the selling points for me is this part right here. This one has the chin spoiler. The 74 does not, which we will go over at the comparison part. To me, that's part of the iconic part of this race car in particular. And of course, on the headlights, or where the headlights should be, we have 43 in the grille. And on the hood, we have a much smaller STP and 2 STPs on the above the fenders. And on the roof, we of course have the iconic 43. On the deck lid, we actually have STP on this one. Deck lid does open, and there is the inside of the deck lid with your fuel cell. And on the back of the car, we have a red bumper with 2 43s and a Petty Enterprise logo that looks much like a license plate. Take a look at the right side of the car. We have STP, oil filters, oil treatments. Got 43 in our small selection of contingencies. We have Winston Cup logo, STP, Union 76, Goodyear, Hearst, Champion, and Regal Ride. Pretty much the same thing on the right side of the car. Of course, as always, I actually have a little STP logo right here as well. Do we have one on this side? Yes, we do. And there is the underside of the car, if you care about that. Which on this one is a grayish color, the chassis of this car. So that pretty much does it for the diecast itself. Let's take a quick look at the box before we get into the comparison part of the video. And with the box, we have our generic historical series box that was used from 2002 to 2005, I believe. And of course, we have a picture of the diecast itself with Richard Petty Historical Series. Have a little bit of a bio and information about this car. We have 1975 kind of shadowed in there with a silhouette of the car again. Pretty much the same thing on the other 2 sides. And there's our legal stuff. It does have a Petty blue border around the legal stuff on this one. And here is our production number and such. This was released in 2003. Richard Petty, number 43, STP, 1975, Winston Cup Champion, 1975 Charger. They made a total of 8,268 of these. And then there's our other side of the box. So that's our typical generic box. So that's pretty much it for the actual review of this car. So if you don't care to see the comparison, you can go ahead and click off now. But just make sure if you do, leave a thumbs up and subscribe and all that good stuff if you think I deserve it. So anyway, here's the 2 B model 70s Chargers of Richard Petty that I have. And as you can see right off the bat, we have a lot of differences. First of all, different blue. The the red is a lot more day glow and matte on the 74 version, the 2010 release, if that makes more sense to you. So let's go ahead and look at the comparisons. The hood, STP is a lot bigger on this on the 74 hood. We don't have STP above the fenders. You can also see how much lighter the blue is, a little bit better. And on the deck lid, the 74 has nothing on the deck lid, as the 75 has STP. And this one has a little sticker on the back windshield. Actually, got a little bit more of a frame around the 74 back windshield. So that's kind of interesting. And on the bumper, on this one, it has a white bumper with STP, Dodge by Petty and 43. And this one has a red bumper with 43 on it twice. And even the sides, you can see there is taking an awful risk doing this. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? I'm not really sure. I guess do it like this, so you can kind of see. The 75, of course, is much redder. The outline of the 75 is white, and the 74 is kind of just a black outline. The red goes all the way down the side of the 75, and you have a little bit of blue left on the 74. And the rims are different. The 75 is more aluminum. This one is just kind of a dull gray color, which I don't like. The Goodyear logo is even bigger on the tires. And of course on the front, still both good looking cars, don't get me wrong. And on the front, the 74 does not have the Racer's Edge chin spoiler. It has just an all black grille with white 43. And this one has a chrome 43 in the Racer's Edge. And underneath the cars, we also have some differences. And this is probably my favorite thing of the 74. Is the 74 has the Petty blue chassis, and the 75 has the gray chassis, which I believe Richard Petty always drove. All his cars always had the Petty blue chassis up until his final race, I believe. Don't know how long the Petty cars actually continued to do that. But anyways, that's pretty much a quick comparison. So if you're debating which one you want, if you want this car and you can only get one, I hope that kind of helps out a little bit. When I originally got this, I was like blown away by it, which I still like it. I'm glad I have it. To be fairly honest, I'm just a diehard diecast collector, so I'm glad I have both of them. But if you're not, personally, I would probably choose this one, simply because I think it's more historically accurate. Even though back in the 70s, no two cars were the same, honestly. They changed so much, from race to race. They put, like I've seen pictures of this one have the 426 cubic inches on the hood, and without STP on the deck lid, with STP on the deck lid. Just a bunch of little minor changes throughout different races. And of course, none of them have the red or blue window nets, which I think most of them, I don't think any of them ever had black. A lot of times I think they had the blue rims or the red rims. But they did run with chrome rims. Maybe they ran with the gray, I don't know. But mainly this one I think is more historically accurate, because I don't think any of these 70s B model Mopar cars did not have chin spoilers. I may be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm not really sure how that works. I was not around in the 70s, so I don't know. They both run about the same price. This one was I believe they made $3,000 something of this one. So this was a lot lesser produced car, but it is newer, so rarity is about the same. You can look up and you can find both of them. But most of the time they both go for $150, anywhere from $100 to $150. Like I said, I got this one for $80. I got this one for about $135 after shipping and all that. So it's really up to you. Just defines which one you want better. If you're willing to wait or whatever, you know, just preference. Because as far as price goes, they go for the same. Both great looking cars, so don't think I'm just being biased because I like this one, but I think that one's more historically accurate. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I know it's kind of a long video, but I thought I'd give a warning before I went to the comparison part. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe. That would help me out. We're trying to get to 100 so I can do my loose 1/64 scale collection from my childhood. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you may be, and we will see you on the next one.